In the modern economy, all of the countries could not be separated from others in international trade. With the international movement of goods, services, and capitals, currency movements are inevitable. And now the continuous strengthening of global economic integration has linked the international exchange market closely. This presentation will make a brief analysis on the future trend of the exchange rate of euro against USD and GBP against USD based on the economic indicators, including relative interest rate, relative inflation rate, and the exchange rate expectations.
First of all, we will talk about relative interest rate. The interest rate is a basic reflection of the law status of a country, plays a decisive role in the fluctuation of exchange rate. Generally speaking, the relative interest rate has a direct impact on the international capital flow, leading to the change of supply and demand in the foreign exchange market. And accordingly, the fluctuation of the foreign exchange rate. To be specific, higher interest rate will attract the inflow of foreign capital and restrict the domestic demand, leading to the appreciation of the local currency. So from 1998 to 2018, interest rate in euro averaged 2.03% from and the highest is 4.75% in October of 2000, and the lowest is 0% in 2016. From the World Economic Outlook, it is believed that the European Central Bank have taken a cautious attitude on Europe's long-term economic recovery. From this point of view, it has insisted its long-term low interest rate. Thus, the relative lower interest rate will support for the appreciation of the euro to USD. From this chart, we can estimate interest rate in euro area to stand at 0.25 in 12 months time. Interest rate in the United States averaged 5.73% from 1971 to 2018, and the highest is 20% in 1918. The lowest is 0.25% in 2008, and we also can estimate interest rate to stand at 2.15% in 12 months time, according to the Trade Economics. The interest rate in the United Kingdom averaged 17.63% from 1971 to 2018, and also the highest is 17% in 1979, and the lowest is 0.25% in 2016. So the Bank of England has declared that there would be a possibility of raising interest rate for 2 times in the following 3 years. And according to trading economics, we can estimate interest rate in the United Kingdom to stand at 1 in 12 months' time.
On the second place, it would be relative inflation rate in terms of furniture monetary policy trade. Although the US and Europe have all the positive tentative monetary policy in 2018, the tentative monetary policy in the US will be significantly greater than that the Europe. In the other words, the tentative monetary policy of the European Central Bank will be relatively slower than the US, reflecting a relative lower interest inflation rate in the Europe. Therefore, the relative lower inflation rate euro against USD will lead to appreciation of euro against USD. According to the recent economy data in the US, it is found the overall GDP level and the consumer level are rising, which means the inflation promotion force has not weakened data. The Federal Reserve. Therefore, the relative lower inflation rate of GDP against USD will lead to the appreciation of GBP against USD.
In the third place, it would be the exchange rate expectations. Good European economic data has provided great support for traders' confidence on the euro. To be specific, in 2017, both the Italy industrial output data and the French business confidence index had all shown good performance, including Database and Eurostat, which would greatly boost the market's confidence in the euro, and accordingly attract traders to hold euro, leading to the over demand of euro in the foreign market and the quick appreciation of the euro to USD. And it would be the exchange rate expectations, Brexit, has as a great change of a political situation had and will still have an impact on the foreign exchange market. To be specific, this political issue will greatly change a majority of traders' psychological expectation in the short term, leading to the quick response to the holding GBP, and accordingly the fluctuation of the exchange rate of GBP against USD. According to the Bank of England, the uncertainty of Brexit was smaller than before in the second stage, which is good news supporting the traders' confidence on GBP. Thus, they would tend to buy more GBP, leading to the over-demand of GBP in the foreign market and the quick appreciation of the GBP to USD. All in all, according to what has been discussed above, it is expected that the exchange rate of euro against USD would begin to go up gradually in the future. In other words, the euro would be expected to appreciate against the USD. And according to what has been discussed above, it is expected that the exchange rate of GBP against USD would begin to go up gradually in the future. In other words, the GBP would be expected to appreciate against the USD. And there is our references list, and thank you for watching.